to Narrowboat Precious Jet. My name is Stephen Tyrrell and you join us on the Coventry Canal at Coventry, Swan Lane Wharf, Swan Lane. Today is Tuesday the 16th of November. Same this week, as much the same as last week's vlog. No major jobs, just catching up on other jobs to do around the boat. I've got lots to do, lots of small jobs I can be doing. Still waiting for the vanity unit for the bathroom to arrive, so as soon as that arrives I can crack on with the bathroom. But up until then, I'm going to do a bit of work around Smoky. Well, for today I am anyway. What I'm doing for the rest of the week I'm not too sure yet. So today I'll be having a go trying to drain all the water out of the old Gardner engine and clean up round the engine and all that sort of stuff. Then I'd hope to get some oh dear, what's it called? Some steel, basically rust proof. So I'd like to get that done today, but there's no rush to get it done today. As long as I clean up under the engine, get rid of most of the oil, I can do the rust proofing and the rust treatment tomorrow or the day after. There's no massive rush for that. So yeah, so Aqua Steel, that's the name of the stuff, Aqua Steel. Yeah, anyway, so let me take off the tripod and I'll show you the plans I've got for today at least anyway. Alright, see how we get on. Don't know whether you can see down there, I've poured some water down there and I've put some degreaser as well down there too. So that is so I can clean up under the engine there. There's a lot of grease down there. So I'm going to have a good tidy up, get all that washed and vacked out. So that's the job first thing for this morning. And then once all the grease and all that's vacked out from under the engine, I'll drain all the water off off Old Smoky as well, and that'll basically be it for today. I don't think I'll be here for too long today. Need to go and get some sleep. So right, let's crack on and get started and get rid of some of this rubbish and clean up some oil. Okay, stand by. That's all the water out of the engine now. I've used the Aquavac to suck it up. Put some degreaser under there as well, and I've cleaned all the bilge floor under the engine. Got a brush under there, got a rag under there, give it a good clean. So that's all cleaned out now. Brush is a bit dirty, but you know, got some water down there still that's just finally draining off the last few bits out the skin tank. That's good. So, and I've given the back of the engine there a clean. This part of the engine here, look, the fuel pump and the injector pump, that really needs a good clean. But I'm not going to clean that straight away. I'm going to take that to Tony Redshaw's and let him have a clean of that, because he'll know what needs oiling and what needs drying out and looking after, so he can give it a good service for me, a good clean and a good service, I think. So right, just let the rest of the water drip out and I'm off home. That's me done for the day. So disconnected all the tubes here, look. So that's what I've done to allow the water to run out. What I might do is when I come back tomorrow or the day after, I might drop another dishwasher tablet in here just to help flush it out again and give it another run up. Let it run again for another couple of hours. And yeah, battery just died. Yeah, so what I was saying is I might come and put another dishwasher tablet in here tomorrow, run the engine up again just to give it another good flush out. And then what I'll do is I'll connect all the pipes. I will put this pipe back on and I'll run the hose down this pipe here. I'll seal it and run it down, and I'll blow all the water through and clean all the tanks out separately and the engine out and everything. That will clean up nicely then, and hopefully then once that's done I can start putting antifreeze in. So anyway, that's me done for the day. I will see you tomorrow. Hi, welcome back to the boat. Today is Thursday the 18th of November. Couple of jobs today. I need to go to Braunston to have a chat with Paul and Tony Redshaw's at Redshaw Diesels. They're the local Gardner specialists, just to get some advice on thermostats and temperatures and all that sort of stuff. While I'm there, I'm going to pick up some filters. So I've just popped into the boat now to check out the filter numbers and see which filters I need, and then I'm going to take a drive over to Braunston, It's only about 40 minutes away, 30-40 minutes, so we'll take a drive over there, nip in, get some oil filters, have a chat with Paul and Tony about temperatures for the boat and the engine and that sort of stuff, and tap it, timing settings and tap it settings, follower settings and that sort of stuff. And then tomorrow, that will be our job for tomorrow, is changing the oil filters and possibly having a look at doing the timing as well. Not the timing, sorry, the tappets. So adjusting the gap for the followers, for the cam followers, or commonly known as tappets, because when they're out they tap. So that's the job for today, nipping over to Braunston and seeing what we can get. Okay, well, catch up with you soon. Right, back at the boat. So we've got a set of filters there, look. So we've got a fuel filter. Is that the fuel filter? No, I think that one actually is the breather filter for the top of the where you put the oil in. That's just a breather filter. Yeah, it is, look, that's a breather filter. So that's to replace this one here, look. That one there. So that's a nice new filter. So just all that does, it filters out the air that comes out the engine. So you always get a bit, the engine always breathes a little bit and allows a bit of air out from the crankcase, and that just filters it back into the air. We have a fuel filter, so that's the one that fits just above the injector pump. And we have the oil filter, so that's the one that fits in the top of the let's go and have a look here, look. That's the one that drops into there, look. Just unscrew the top there, it drops in, so that's that one. And then finally we have the fuel filters for under the counter at the back as well. And also you guys have said about getting a higher temperature thermostat, so that's exactly what I've done. I've got a 74 degrees thermostat, or if you're in old money, 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Is it 165 or 155? Don't put it in the light and have a look. Yes, 165. And then also we've got a drum of oil as well. Oil is very expensive. That's 5 gallons there. I only need 2.5, but he only had 2 or a 5 gallon, so I went for the 5 gallon because I'll use it in the future anyway as well. And then I've also got a tub there to put the old diesel, the old oil in that I siphon off the engine later. And to get the oil out the engine is quite easy. We just open the tap here and pump away, and that's it. That sucks all the oil out the bottom of the engine. Yeah, so it's all looking good so far. There's no more water left in the system, so tomorrow I will probably get some antifreeze and top that up. So 2 gallons of antifreeze and then about 4 gallons of water, something like that should be enough to almost top it up. But if we need more antifreeze, we'll put more in. When we add water to it, we'll just top it up with antifreeze. So that's it for today. Gonna have a quick tidy up, just get rid of that water out the bilge, have a tidy up at the front of the boat, because as always the front of the boat's a mess. Check the battery, that's been on charge for a couple of days. That looks nicely charged now, so that's good. And then that's me for the day. So right, you don't need to watch me tidying, so I will see you tomorrow. Friday. Welcome back to the boat. It is the 19th of November 2021, and it's time to put that lot onto there. So first things first, as the engine's been sat idle for the last couple of days, all the oil now has run down to the bottom. So I know people say you should warm the oil up and all that sort of stuff, but now all the oil's down the bottom. I'm just going to pump it out. It'll be a bit thicker, but it'll pump. It'll be okay. And then once that's out, I can start putting stuff on. So first jobs first, let's get the oil out. Okay, stand by. Okay, so that's most of the oil out. There is still a little bit coming out now. There's a few dregs in the bottom, not much though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the oil run down the sides of the sump and collect in the bottom, give it 10 minutes and then pump out the last little bit. You'll never get all of it out. And then while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to change the oil filter. So what I'll do is I'll whip the filter out, clean up around inside the bowl, put the new filter in, and then before I then what I'll do is I'll put oil in that, top that up so it's ready to start pumping round. But before I do that, I'll empty the last little bit out the sump, and then that's that done then, because once I start pouring in there, it will run down to the bottom and I'll be pumping it out of there if I'm not careful. So yeah, let's get the filter changed then. Well, I'd say that filter was massively overdue needing changing. That was full of gunk. Wow, look at all that. That's proper gunky, that is. So I'm glad I've changed that. That definitely needed changing. And now I've gone and dropped the little spring off the end. Oh, it's alright, I can see it. I can see it. Wow, that was proper gunky. I don't know whether you can see on the ends. Can you see on the inside of that? All the junk. There's a little trap at the bottom and all the junk sits in the trap. But that's still very dirty. Right, let's give this a clean up and I'll get back to you in a minute. Right, so that's all the area cleaned up now. So, new filter. And we've got a few little other bits in here as well, look. So we've got a new seal, new filter, and new rubbers and seals. So let's have a look. Trap. I think that's just going to need a rubber seal. I don't think we're going to need the 5-1. think we've got the seal in there already, so I'm going to have to clean out the old seal before I can put it all back together again. Let's have a quick look. There's definitely a seal in there. Right, let's see if I can get this out. That feels very hard. Have a look at the rubber seal on that. There's got to be a seal in there. Can't imagine I'm fitting it without a seal. Yeah, okay, let me get a flathead screwdriver. Gonna have to pick it out. See the old seal? That is toast, it's rock hard. You can never find a small screwdriver when you want one, can you? God, that's really not wanting to come out of there. Oh, okay, right. Now this doesn't have to be stupid tight, but you need it tight enough to stop it leaking, so we'll just nip it up now and then we'll try again later when it's full of fuel. Half a jug. Okay, so that's the oil topped up and the new filter's on the top there, nice and sweet. It's about halfway up the dipstick at the moment, which is fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reconnect all the water system, start the engine up, flush all the water through, give it a good, to get rid of what's left of the dishwasher tablet, flush it through, and then go up the local car factors and get some antifreeze, and that'll be the last job for the day. Well, actually not quite the last job, because once I've started the engine and it's running and I've got the diesel pump back up to fill this filter and it's all running fine, I'm then going to do the filter under the back deck there. That's the next filter in line. I did empty out the bowl filter. I don't think I showed you any of that, but there's a little bowl filter down there like a sediment trap that's been emptied, so that's all nice and clean now. So what I'll do is I'll get the battery on, top up with water, spin it over a few times on with the decompressor open to get the diesel pump back into the system, and then close the decompressor and hopefully she'll start. So let's stand by and see how far we get now. Antifreeze next. Nice. Right, well, thanks for watching. I'd like to tell you that Old Smoky's up and running and everything's fine, but it's not. I'm having a bit of an issue bleeding the diesel back in and getting it started again, so I'm going to have a chat to a friend, see what he recommends, but at the moment Old Smoky's a non-runner again. But I have managed to flush the water out, although I haven't got the engine running to flush it. I have drained it through and filled it full of water again and then emptied it again, so next time I come up here I can start thinking about doing the antifreeze. That won't be until next week now, but I'm not too worried about starting the engine. It would be nice to get it going, but it's more important to get antifreeze in there and get it sealed up ready for the winter. Starting it, I can play about with it over the next few weeks and get it started as and when. I say it has been a bit of an issue I've spent the last hour trying to bleed the diesel and it's just not having it at all. So I'm going to have a chat with Paul Redshaw and see what he recommends. There's a chap on site with the Gardner 3-cylinder. I might see if he can come and have a look. So if you're watching this, Mark, expect a phone call. Okay then guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's not been a massively great, but it is what it is at the moment. Until the stuff comes ready for the bathroom, to finish the bathroom off, I'm a bit stuck. So I could start in the rear cabin, but I'd like to get everything else sorted out first. But we'll get there eventually. Okay then guys, have yourself a great week or a weekend, depending on when you're watching it, and take care of yourselves. If you're not subscribed, then please consider doing so. Also, don't forget to like the videos down below, and anything you've got to say, please comment down in the description down below. If you know how to bleed a Gardner, comment down below. Although I have been watching Mr. McCall from Tangent Engineering. We've watched a couple of his videos about bleeding the diesel. I'm still not having any joy, so I'm wondering whether my pump is slightly dodgy. But we'll find out soon, we'll find out. Okay, take care of yourselves, and take care of your families, and I'll see you next time. Okay then guys, alright, see you, bye.